where you're connecting in from, wherever in the world you are. We want to know your names. We want to know your cities. We want to know the state that you're connecting in from, the country, or maybe what continent you're on. So take a moment and let us know where you guys are connecting from. I see Seattle's in the house. Welcome. California's in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're excited to have you on. Charlotte is in the house. Welcome. Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome. We're excited. Orlando is representing. Thanks so much for being on. Michigan, Nigeria. Welcome. We're excited. New Jersey, Florida. Guys, I'm super duper excited that women are connected from around the world. But guess what? You still have a moment to get a few more women on. Let them know we are live, we are in color, and we are ready to rock and roll. This is Dr. China Bethley. I'm in the beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, and I have the privilege of really presenting something to you today that I believe could really change your financial trajectory. I believe that the mission and the cause that we are connected to right now, that you'll hear about in just a moment, is something that you're going to see a lot of value in. And this sisterhood that we're creating has already really begun to blossom in such an incredible way. And we simply want to bring to you an amazing conversation about wealth, an amazing conversation about wealth, an amazing conversation about really creating a sisterhood where you can now participate in the largest financial market in the world. So we do have a mission. We'll get into that. We are impacting nations and generations of people around the world. We're a part of $1 billion project right now that we're working on. And we're doing some really big numbers by the month, between $18 to $20 million a month. And we've already impacted about 80,000 people globally. And now we're on a mission specifically to impact women around the world to participate in the largest financial market in the world. So with that being said, I don't want to delay. I know some of you are stepping away. Maybe you're on your lunch hour. Maybe you just have a little bit of time to see what this space is all about. Whoever invited you to this space, you want to get ready, because you're going to have to thank that person for thinking enough of you to say, come and have a look, come and see what it is that we're doing. Come and take a peek. Come and be a fly on the wall, if you will. So with that being said, let's get the slides up. Let's get this rocking and rolling. I want to introduce to you something that I'm extremely passionate about. And then I'm going to bring on a special guest for you guys to hear from. In fact, we have two special guests that will be on with us in just a moment. And so, as you can see, guys, we are on a mission to educate, empower, and enrich women worldwide in the largest financial markets, which is Forex and cryptocurrency. Now, I want you to pause for a second. Somebody said they can't hear. If you can hear me, go ahead and put a 111 in the chat, please. If you can hear me, put a 111 in the chat. Awesome. So most people can hear me. You may need to check your audio. I guess you won't be able to hear me say that. So we're going to just keep this rocking and rolling, because I really want you to hear from the women toward the end of the call, and this won't be long. I really want you to hear from the women that are really going to have a serious impact on not just the rest of your day, not just the rest of your week, but I believe they're going to totally impact your life. And so let's just talk a little bit about who we are, about what we do, and most importantly, what's in it for you. We want to talk about what's in it for you. Some people are saying you may have to dial in so that you can hear the audio. If you're not hearing audio, you may have to dial in to hear the audio. So we're going to continue with the slides, okay? We're going to continue with the slides so that we can maximize time. And those of you that are, maybe on your lunch hour, you can definitely still participate in what we have going on. So let's go ahead over to the next slide. So ladies and gentlemen, ladies, I know there's some guys that may have snuck on here, okay, but this is specifically for women. I'm excited because the whole mission of this movement is because the woman who's the CFO of the company that we've partnered with, which is iMarkets Live, the co-founder and CFO of the company, her name is Isis Delatorre. And she did some incredible things that really just impacted so many women who've already said yes to this space. And if it was not for her yes, and if it was not for her courage, and if it was not for what she did many years ago, maybe we wouldn't even be here having a seat at the table in a space that's heavily dominated by men. She was an immigrant when she came to the United States, and she learned hard work and from watching her mom struggle. She got all the trading and financial license, like her Series 7 and her Series 63, and she was the first woman to have an executive role on Wall Street. So I want you to understand what we're going to talk about right now may not be familiar. Maybe it's not, you know, something that you've had going on in the conversations at your home, at the dinner table. But this is something that has been very, very big for a long time. It's just that most people didn't have access to this world. When we're talking about Forex and cryptocurrency, especially foreign currency, we're talking about a space that you literally needed about $3 million to participate in many years ago. But now, listen, ladies, you can actually get started and open up an account with $100. And so now we're saying, listen, let's bust down the doors and let the world know that we have this amazing platform for you to experience if you desire financial flexibility or even financial freedom. So let's keep going so that we can get to these amazing testimonies. I want you to know what our mission is. We're on a mission, and history will be made for women worldwide. This will be the largest women financial movement in the world, as we educate, empower, and enrich women in the largest financial markets, giving them the financial independence and the financial flexibility that they need. We're seeking all women, wives, mothers, daughters, sisters, students, business owners to join us in this sisterhood. We speak the language of the woman. So here's what I need from you. Every woman that's here right now, I need for you in this moment to be present with me in this moment. I know some of you have to get back to work. I know some of you may have the kids. Maybe you're holding a baby on your lap as you're listening to this. I know some of you have so many hats that you're wearing that so much could be happening in your mind right now that you're distracted. You may not even really know why you're here, but I need for the next 10, 15 minutes for you to literally give me your attention. What I don't want is for you to miss this moment. Somebody just came on. It looks like it's me, but it's not. Let's mute them out if we can. Perfect. Let's mute. Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much. So I want you to really be present with me in this moment. And here's why. When I was introduced to this concept, it was about 28 months ago. And I remember looking at it, and it looked like Greek. It looked so foreign. It was so beyond anything that I thought that I would be able to understand, that I began to kind of shut down. And as we transition and you begin to see what I saw, I need you to tap into something deeper than just your own understanding. I do not want you to decide that I've never seen this before, I don't understand it, and walk away the same way you came. Listen, when I said yes, I didn't understand it either, but here's what I knew. I knew for me personally that I was in a financial place that I didn't like. I knew that I had so much more potential. I knew I had amazing gifts and talents on the inside of me, and I knew I deserved so much more. So with that being said, have an open mind, have an open heart, and just know you're coming into a real sisterhood. But we're going to show you the simplicity of something that has been presented in the past to be so complex. So as we continue to go to the next slide, I want you to know that together we will win. Women are 35% more likely to live in poverty than men. We got to do something about that. We got to change that dynamic. What I want you to know is, as a trader, when you have the ability to literally pick up your phone, which some people literally have a better relationship with their cell phone than they do their spouses. They wake up to it and they go to bed to it. So we're not going to pretend like we don't have the technology in our hand. But what if we could show you a way to literally turn your cell phone into an ATM machine? What if we could put a woman in a position that she could literally take pennies and turn it into dollars from her cell phone? How would that then empower her and enrich her and her children? Amongst the 7.5 billion in the world today, guess what? 80% of the people that are living beneath the poverty level in emerging countries are women and children, most which do not have proper access to healthcare, education, or financial sustainability. We have something in our hands. And the reason you are here is not because you're doing someone a favor to show up, but it's honestly because they thought enough of you and said, I don't want to leave another woman behind. When women are empowered financially, they have better choices for their lives and the lives and future of generations. And the systematic chain of poverty is broken. So with that being said, I think it's very important that we understand who we are, where we are, and what work we need to do. Women are winning in this space at very high levels. I'm talking about weddings being paid for, student loans and debt being paid off, cars paid for cash, houses paid for cash, bills paid for, new lifestyles, and it's absolutely amazing. And so what I want to do right now is bring on a woman who is experiencing listen to these testimonies. But before I do, I want to put a disclaimer out here. For number one, past results do not guarantee future profits. I cannot guarantee what's going to happen for you. What I know is that some of you are literally looking for a vehicle that can take you from where you are to where you need to be. Some of you know you need to do something different right now. Some of you know the gifts and talents that you have. And if we showed you a vehicle that can do just that, you'll be ready to do what it takes. If you're willing to do what it takes, if you're willing to discipline yourself, if you're willing to follow the directions and be coachable, then I can tell you right now, who knows what your testimony will be. I want to introduce to some and present to others a woman who I've only known for a very short amount of time, but she's doing some incredible things. She's impacting not just her family, but her community. And so I'm excited for you to hear from this woman. Her name is TaRita Kerry. If we can get TaRita unmuted, I want them to hear from this woman. She has absolutely just blessed my life with her testimony. TaRita, I see your beautiful face. Welcome, welcome. I'm so excited that you're here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for being on. There are women here from all over the world, TaRita. And, you know, you haven't been in this space that long. How long have you been a part of this amazing movement with iMarkets Live called Women Who Win Worldwide?
About 3 months.
Awesome. Okay, so 3 months. So tell me a little bit. And I want to, you know, some of the questions that I'm going to ask, obviously I know the answers to, but this is for the people who are listening. When you were introduced to this space, did you know anything about the Forex market? Was it something that you were savvy in? What made you say yes? And tell us a little bit about yourself.
I didn't know anything about the Forex market. I had never heard of it. A matter of fact, Dr. China, when you introduced to me the Forex market, I did probably like other people did. When you said Forex, I wrote the number 4 and an X on my paper, because that's what I thought, you know, it was Forex. I had no idea what it was, had never heard of it. I had heard of the stock market before, was never interested in buying stock or getting into stock market. But when you introduced to me about Forex, it came at a time where I was praying for something different, where I was looking for a different avenue in my life that I can make money and still be able to be home with my children. Coming from, you know, what we had just experienced, I wanted all my time to be with them. But I wanted to make money and still be, you know, and live even greater, you know, than I did before a transition happened in my life. So when you introduced it to me, I knew it was God sent. So, I mean, I had no question about it. This is what I had been praying for years, for that overflow. So I took a leap.
Wow.
I took the leap and said, I have to learn this skill. I'm enrolling, no questions, no hesitation. I'm getting in, and I'm so glad that I did.
Wow. So, you know, we've had some intimate conversation, TaRita, and I want you to share, as far as your testimony, what you're comfortable with sharing. You went through a serious transition in your life that I believe there's a few women who may be going through that right now. You're a young woman. And so when I heard your testimony, I mean, it just impacted my heart in such a way. And I was like, my God, there's other women that are experiencing this right now. Do you mind sharing the transition that you just went through?
No, not at all. A year and almost 3 months ago, I lost my husband. Suddenly, it wasn't nothing that, you know, he had been sick, and, you know, we knew something was going to come up. We was like, okay, this is going to happen. You know how someone have cancer and they tell you that they have a certain amount of time to live. So you have time to get your mind around, okay, I'm going to probably have to be living without this person. But for for what happened to me, it was suddenly. It happened just out of the blue. I mean, I was not expecting it. And he passed away right in front of my face. And we have 2 boys together. I was with him since I was 15 years old. So he was all that I knew. Not having a mother, not having a father. So he was everything to me. And so when he passed away, I had to find TaRita. I didn't know who TaRita was, because every decision that I made, every decision I thought I wanted to make, put it like that, I went to him, and I needed him to validate what the answer was going to be for me and what I was going to do. I depended on him for everything. And so when he passed away, I had to stand on my own 2 feet. But it took me some time to get to where I am today, because in the midst of him passing away, I turned my back on God. I didn't want to hear nobody say anything about God. Don't mention God's name to me. Don't mention let's pray to me. Don't mention, God gonna hold you. He gonna strengthen you. He gonna walk you through this process. I didn't want to hear any of that. I totally was against God. Turned my back on him. But after months of going through a dark place, after months of struggling, after months of not knowing if I was coming or going, after months of trying to put on a smile when you really dying in the inside. And when I heard my 15-year-old son say, Mama, you can't stop praying. And when he said that to me, even though we had experienced the same thing, the loss. So when he said that to me, I began to pray. And I began to apologize to God. Because when I look back over it now, God is still good. He is still amazing. He make no mistakes. We might not understand the plan when it happened and the reason why. But every day, God is like revealing the answer. But you have to be open to really want to accept the answer. And so it came when I was praying, God, order my steps. I need you to take my hand and walk with me. Show me where you want me to go from here. And in the midst of me doing it for a couple of days, Dr. China's cousin reached out to me. And he knew me for years, but never said anything to me about Dr. China, about Forex. But it came at the right time, because me knowing my husband and where we were, how our relationship was at that time. If this would have been an opportunity for me, I would not have taken it. And if I would have taken the opportunity, I would have failed in it, because he did not. This would have been too good to be true. This would have been a get rich quick scheme for him. This would have been something that you don't know what you're doing. You're wasting your money. I'm not giving you $217 to buy into this product, even though I had my own job. I still had to get permission to do things or to make a decision or like what to buy. So I would have never been in Forex right now. But by him not being here, Dr. China presented this opportunity to me. I took it and I ran with it, because I knew it was what I've been praying for. And I'm so glad that I did. I mean, Forex has changed my life.
So TaRita, before you even go there, because I can see the transition. For number one, I'm gonna be honest, and this is the quick version of the story, ladies. She's a widow, and she's a young woman. And when I heard her story, there's a lot of women in that situation. And I've been married for 17 years, so I'm speaking from the position of a wife. I'm not speaking from the position of someone who is male bashing. And man, I love my husband. I love my father. We're good. This is really just about elevating women to help them to have their identity so that they can be the helpmate if they are in a relationship and they don't lose who they are in the process. And so I thank you, TaRita, for your transparency. I thank you for your heart. I thank you for even continuing to honor your husband. I know recently you did a scholarship and you blessed 2 people. Talk a little bit about that, and then let's go into how has Forex in the last 90 days, by the grace of God, changed your life and impacted your family and those that are connected to you.
Yes, I did. I did a scholarship and I did sponsor 2 individuals. I wanted to give back in memory of my husband, because he was a great man. He had a great heart. So I wanted to give back and give 2 people an opportunity who really wanted to get in Forex but could not afford it. So I sponsored 2 people in memory of him. They were very excited. It was one was a single parent, a mother, single parent, and one my husband before he passed away. He worked in correction. He worked in the reentry program, helping inmates to re-enter back into society. So the other one went to an inmate who was released to give him an opportunity to have an opportunity to make that first impression again on life. So that way he is not left out and not, just can't get a job. So I offered an opportunity to him that they are loving, they are running with it, and they are absolutely excited about the opportunity. Now Forex, oh my God. Dr. China, I mean, I absolutely love Forex. I absolutely love it. This is what I would normally make on my job in 2 weeks or a month. I am now able to make that in a day.
Wow.
So it's just amazing. And what I have been doing, I have been following your blueprint. I have been following every step that you have, coached me through, the information that you have given me. I'm taking it, I'm running with it, I'm applying it to my trading strategies. I'm using the 20% growth plan. And this has changed my life for my family, because now I'm really, making Georgia my home. I love Georgia. I'm making it my home. I'm going to be able to buy our dream home that we've been wanting and looking at. We moving on a lake, so I'm going to be able to purchase my dream home with Forex coming up shortly in a couple of months. I will be moving Women Who Win Worldwide, space that I never thought I would be able to afford.
Wow.
Never thought. So I'm really excited. And this house will not have to be where I have to get a loan to pay for my dream home.
Wow.
When I purchased
we're gonna stop you.
Mine.
We're going to stop you for a moment. You said a mouthful, and I want every woman that's here to know when she says the system, she's talking about what we provide in iMarkets Live. Whoever invited you here is connected to some amazing tools and resources you're going to see in just a moment that we make available to our team. We provide the coaching and the mentorship, and we help them to become comfortable with using the tools in an amazing environment. I want to say to you, TaRita, thank you so much. You say that you make more in a day now than it took you sometimes 2 weeks to a month to make on your job from the comfort of your home, sometime in your pajamas. So I want to say congratulations to you. God bless you. Thank you for your obedience, and thank you for now passing it forward, now, paying it forward and not just keeping this to yourself and I'm good now, but what about another woman or another person who don't have this opportunity? Thank you, TaRita. Guys, would you show us some love in the chat as I show you what this system is, what these tools are that she's referring to that iMarkets Live provides. We love you, TaRita. Thank you so much for your story. We're truly blessed by it on today. Guys, we're going to continue to tell you the power of trading. The largest financial markets in the world is foreign exchange, which is a $5.3 trillion a day market, now alongside with cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, which is about a $1 trillion a day market. Guys, we're talking about trading on our cell phones 24 hours, 7 days a week with these markets combined. You don't need any prior trading experience. You don't need any type of Series 7, Series 63 licensing because you're not trading for other people. What I love about iMarkets Live is that we simply provide the education. We provide you the education on how you yourself can get into the market and learn the basics, intermediate, and advanced levels of trading from people who are succeeding already. You can trade on your cell phone, you can trade on an iPad, you can trade on a computer. And what we do is we actually provide to you what I like to call suggestions of how you can trade in the market. We give you the education for educational purpose of how you can trade in the market. So what I want to do right now is bring on Spila. Spila this is the woman for this. She's doing a phenomenal job. She works very closely with the traders and the educators here in iMarkets Live. And I'm so excited because she's a woman that is winning at very, very high levels, and she's very passionate about what we're doing. And she's going to talk to you a little bit about our tools that you heard TaRita just mention to you so that you know you have the support and resources to be successful. So Miss Spila, I'm so excited to be working with you, chairman woman in this company, making big things happen, a big heart, ready to serve all the time and ready to help people win. Go ahead and take it away and tell us a little bit about the tools here.
Thank you so much, Dr. China. We really, really appreciate you and everything you do for this movement and to empower women. So I'm excited to be here, ladies. That testimony definitely touched my heart. Thank you so much for sharing that, TaRita, because I'm sure there's somebody out there that can connect with that, and they've been praying for something, and that's why you're on this call. The information that's going to be shared with you can completely change your situation. It can change your financial destiny. And we've been able to enter into a market where we're able to multiply our money like the banks do, right? Anybody that has a savings account right now, your banks are multiplying your money in the Forex markets, and they give us how much? Little to none, 0.001% a year, right, is what we get from the banks. But what are they doing? They're doing 50 to 80 to 100% return a month on our money. Well, like Dr. China said, is years ago you needed hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars just to get started. And in today's world, anybody can do it, but it's getting the right knowledge and education. So what is the foreign exchange market? It's very simple. It's foreign currencies, right? So you may have heard of the stock market before. Forex is foreign currencies. It's the largest market in the entire world. It circulates $5.3 trillion a day. Right? So pennies of that, you're able to grab a slice of that. And it's open 24 hours, 5 days a week. So while you are possibly working, while you're sleeping, while you're spending time with your family, your money can be growing for you from your smartphone device, right? And we've also entered into the cryptocurrency market, which is the digital currency, right? And this currency, big companies like Starbucks have started opening to, where you can go to Starbucks and pay with digital currency. So this is a trend, a huge trend that cryptocurrencies are going to be moving into our space, just like US dollars and euros and all different currencies. So how do you leverage this market? It's very simple. It's through what we have. Think of it as a university, right? We have a university. We're the Yale, we're the Harvard of Forex and cryptocurrencies. Right? We're a prestigious university that gives you the education. So when you take a class in a school, what happens? You get a textbook that gives you the context of that class, right? And that's what our academy does. It gives you the context online in pre-recorded videos of understanding the Forex and cryptocurrency markets, right? It's the money, it's the language of money. Then we have the professors. When you take a class, you have a professor that shows up and they take the information, the context, and they make it make sense, right? And that's what we call it IML TV. I call it the Netflix of Forex. Every hour of the day, there's a professional trader, a professional educator on teaching you and making the context make sense. And not only that, sometimes they give you their trades. So now you get to take trades, you get to earn while you're learning within the Forex and cryptocurrency markets, right? And then the vision, right, as I said, this phrase from Christopher Terry, our CEO, and Isis de la Torre, was to help people earn while they learn. So we've provided tools and apps where you can download and you can mirror professional traders on the go. Right? You can make money like a professional on the go, right? Why? You get to take the context that you learn in the academy and you apply it to the tools and apps while you continue to learn the skill set, right? We give you fish so that you can eat every day, but we're also teaching you how to fish so that you can eat for a lifetime, right? So that's key. That's what our education platform does. That's what our university does. And guess what? Once you have the skill set, no one can ever take it away from you. No one can ever take it away from you. So you're writing your own paycheck. You're hitting your own withdrawal, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly, is very, very powerful. So how does it work, right? Think of a gym membership. If you get a gym membership, right, and you don't show up, you're not going to get fit. 90% of the game is showing up, right? So we have an academy, the professors, the tools, for a monthly membership. Your first month, it's $195, and it's a $145 monthly membership. Now, we also offer what we call a scholarship. You get to have a scholarship called 2 for Free. So you have 2 women in your life that you want to help win. Well, guess what Christopher Terry does? He gives you a scholarship and waives your monthly membership. If you went to college or university, imagine if you got to refer 2 friends and you didn't have to pay for your tuition. Right? It's a very, very powerful concept that we've provided here. And just within 3 months, you heard TaRita's story of coming in, right, doing whatever it took to get started, and in 90 days has completely transformed her life, where now she's going to be able to buy her dream home. It's completely, excuse me, life-changing for myself personally. It's helped me pay off tens of thousands of student loan debts and live full-time since the age of 20, live full-time off of this for the last 4 years. And this year I'll be retiring my mom, all because of the Forex markets and what this opportunity has completely been able to do for me. So Dr. China, thank you so much. I'm gonna hand it back to you so you can go over the community that we have for women.
That's so amazing. I'm inspired by your story as well. You know, I think sometimes people get into a space like this and, you know, we spend $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a year for education just to get a job, to pay for that student loan debt off. And you have an opportunity to be a part of the largest financial market in the world. It blows my mind of how affordable it is. We're talking about $217. I love how Wanda Webb says that's Mickey Mouse money. I love how she relates the simplicity of trading to it taking more to wash a load of clothes with the buttons on her washing machine than it does to put a trade in. We're talking about the ability to grow money from your phone. We're talking about the fact that you have an app that you download to your phone. We're looking for people who are hungry. We're looking for women with a desire that want more out of life, that may be saying, okay, what I'm doing is okay. Or maybe you love what you're doing, but you know that you need more. So with that being said, we have an amazing community. When you join, you become a part of a sisterhood. We have a website, womenwhowinworldwide.com, where you can go and you can actually participate in some of the big events that we have coming up, as well as our Facebook group. Once you become a member and you say yes, and you get on this side of money and you join us in this community, we also have Pip Talk, where you can get updates and information and all of that. We also have the INL gear. You can go back to that when you saw TaRita with the beautiful shirt on, where you can be proud to wear your amazing Women Who Win Worldwide shirt. Is an amazing conversation piece, by the way. And then Pip Talk, where you can have all the updates and the communication in our exclusive community. But what I want to do right now, and let's talk about the event, and I want to bring on in closing, because this woman is going to shut it down. I just feel it all in everywhere, okay? So we have the members. If you're a member here, Pip Talk is absolutely amazing, but the very first Women Who Win Worldwide weekend is happening in Orlando, Florida. And guess what? You are invited. You're invited to participate and join us with 7, 8, and 9-figure wealth and trading mentorship with strategies and techniques. This is going to be the event of the year. We're going to kick off 2019 with a bang. It's going to be recognition, a lot of fun, a great way for you to start off your new year. And all you need to do to purchase the tickets is go to womenwhowinworldwide.com. The next woman that you're about to hear from, she's going to be at that event alongside Christopher Terry, the CEO of iMarkets Live. This is a guy, first of all, he's the only guy that's allowed. And there's a reason for that. For number one, he's the CEO of the company. For number two, the amount of immense value that he's going to bring to women, his love and passion for helping women to become successful is absolutely unparalleled. And so I'm excited because he has 25 years of experience. So womenwhowinworldwide.com. If you got your tickets already, I need you to put a 111 in the chat. Okay, I see Darielle said, I got my tickets already. I need you to put a 111 in the chat. If you have not secured your ticket and you're already a member, you need to get your tickets, not now, but right now. Do you hear what I'm saying? Because this event will sell out. Listen, ladies, there's a certain way that we like to do things. We like things packaged a certain way, and we like to operate a certain way. And so this is our exclusive space just for us. Women of all different backgrounds, of all different cultures are going to be in one space at Women Who Win Worldwide Week in Orlando, Florida. So what I want to do right now, in closing, is bring a woman to the floor who has absolutely impacted my life in such a tremendous way. This woman joined this movement just like TaRita without knowing anything about the Forex market. And she came in and she came in to win and dominated, so much so that Christopher Terry, after her learning and building knowledge and insight of how to successfully trade in the market, she was hired by Christopher Terry to become an educator. And I'm excited because for me, I just learned better from a woman. So I'm excited to introduce to some, present to others, a mother, a wife, a woman of God who is leading the charts, breaking records, none other than Dr. Kathy Kirkland. Dr. Kathy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Dr. China, for that. Welcome. Thank you.
Loud and clear. Dr. Kathy, as a professional trader now, you've been trading. Your story impacted me. We want to be compliant. We know past results don't guarantee future profits, but I want to just hear about some of the things that trading has been able to do for your life and your family and your community. If you would come on and just share with the woman who may be a little skeptical, the woman who's still straddling the fence, the woman who's trying to figure out how am I going to pay $145 a month and I'm still trying to find a way to put food on the table for my kids, or I'm still trying to put them through school. I need to not leave any woman behind. So what can we tell to that woman of how she could potentially make the best decision financially that she's ever made in her life? Dr. Kathy Kirkland, please take it away.
What I would say to that woman is, if you're a mother, you're a wife, you're an educator, whatever it is that you are, especially if you're a mom and you think that you don't have the money, you got plenty of money. You got to, first of all, change your whole mindset, because there was a time where all my kids depended on me. I had 4 in college. And I had a 4-year-old at the time and a husband who just retired from the military that did 25 years. I was a real estate agent. The market crashed. I had was about to lose everything. I mean, everything that I had. I had a padlock on my house. Some of my houses already got repossessed. They was trying to repossess my Mercedes, but of course I hid that because, blessings of God, or yay and amen. But I was trying to figure this thing out. So my whole world came crashing down with me. I worked in the workplace for over 20 years, from 19 to mid 40s, and my 401k had crashed. So it had came down to a point to where I needed to change some things in my life in order for me to never be like this again. This is the first time that we're in a full-blown recession, just about. Almost in a full-blown recession, and the recession has not dictated to my house how we're going to live. If you think you don't have any money, go look in your closet. Go pull some stuff out. Begin to sell it. You work with your hands. You know how to cook. Go in there and bake some cakes and go and sell them. Go fix some dinner plates and sell them. I'm telling you, this is the best seed that I have ever sown in anything. I have 4 degrees. If I was to take the camera off, but y'all would see my hair tied up because I was up all night trading, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just keeping it real with you. I have 4 degrees on my wall, all the way up to a PhD. And none of them have paid me what they paid me now. And if I'm not wrong, if I remember correctly, when I was first introduced to iMarkets Live by Dr. Joel Tinker, I went to an event in Dallas, and I believe Spieler was one of the girls that I tell y'all about, where she said, oh, I quit college. I made X amount of dollars in a couple of days. And I'm like, no, baby, you don't quit school. You keep going to school, because that's what we were taught. And now look at where she's at. She was one of the first women that inspired me, even though she was way younger than I was, and my kids was in college just like she was in college at that time. Inspired me to do. I was like, if these babies can do it, then I can do it as well. I didn't want to go through the same cycle over and over and over again. If you keep repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting a different results, that's just flat out insanity. I got tired of playing crazy. And I wanted to do what works. And so now, of course, the charts was intimidating. I had no clue what I was doing. All I knew was people was making money, and they was literally turning pennies into dollars. So what I did was, I was going to quit, just like a whole lot of other people. I came back home and started talking to my broke friends that was not doing what these other people were doing, and almost talked me out of my blessing. So, and I'm a pastor of a church. I've been pastoring for about 10 years now, and I've been evangelizing for over 25. So I started praying about it, and I was like, God, I need you to tell me if this is real. I cannot waste another penny, another dime. I'm like smoking Norfolk at this point. Not another second, not another minute. I need to know right now. And he gave me scripture. He gave me Ecclesiastes 11:1. It is, the Good News Translation states, it is good to enter into foreign trade, because you never know what bad luck this world is going to give you. Now I know that this is not a scam. This is a God-written skill set in a man-made company, and God used Christopher Terry to start this, which was a complete genius move. So when I found that out, I was like, how do I tell people that don't believe in the Bible, don't believe in Jesus, don't believe in any of that? I am a preacher, so you will hear these things from me. And he said, Google it. So I Googled it and found out that Forex has been around since 4 AD. And it first started in Jerusalem. So it's been around for 2014 years. This is the only business that I know of that has never crashed, never filed bankruptcy, never closed its doors, never laid anybody off, but has prospered for 2014 years. So now I'm sold because I know I'm not in a scam. I'm in a God-written skill set. And so God has no other choice but to bless and anoint off of it. And when I see these other people, he gives you testimonies. Spieler was one. Austin Ghazi was another one. And when I begin to, and Christopher Terry, when I begin to look at those things, I begin to buckle down. Now, it is intimidating. It is hard in the beginning. But sometimes you got to separate yourself. You have to stand out. And literally, I put $40 in the market. $40 in the market. 8 months. It yielded me.
Before you said a number.
Yeah. I said, I just did a disclaimer.
In case we got Troy Julie on.
Oh, yes.
So how about this? Tell us, because the numbers are astonishing. Tell us what you were able to do with the money.
This is what I did in
$40 in the market. That's a good thing. So
$40.
You put $40 in the market. How was that $40 able to multiply and bless your life in the resources or results from it?
The $40 that I did one trade at a time. One trade at a time. I took my time and I followed the steps. I did not deviate. In 8 months, I was able to pay off my Mercedes. I was able to pay off some student loans. I was able to pay off stuff on my credit report. I was able to purchase a home in Atlanta, which I wish I had kept now because I'm always there. A tax lien home for $5,000. It was a 6-bedroom, 3-story corner lot with a walkout basement in a gated community for $5,000. I sold it. It was valued at $350,000. I sold it for $270,000. I was able to purchase 27 acres of land, and to this day, my $40 still work for me. And let me tell you how it's still working. I take care of my 93-year-old grandmother. I take care of my 73-year-old mother-in-law. My sister, the storm just came through Panama City in Alabama, tore her roof completely off, damaged everything in there. Because of some things she was going through, her insurance had lacked. And I was able to help her get her place fixed and refurnish her whole house and not skip a beat. I'm able to take care of my children. I'm able to build a legacy. I would even say that I've turned my house into a Fortune 500 company.
Come on now, Dr.
Because I am backed by Forex. Every good woman knows how to build her house. And women, we're in a history, and I am so glad to be a part of this history right here. A part of this history where these women can get in. Now, a good woman knows how to build her house. A Proverbs 31 woman knows how to do it. This is just straight Bible. When she got up in the morning, her children called her blessed. She talked to her nanny, the caretaker, the driver, the cook, whoever was there supposed to do stuff. She fixed breakfast for them, gave them a list of instructions, and she gathered all her things, and she did what? She went into the market and she traded. And her husband looked well amongst the elders, not knocking the men. The men are powerful. They do what they're supposed to do. They're the head. But behind every good man is a good woman. And it said, and whoever finds a wife finds favor with God. But a Proverbs 31 woman, she's hard to find.
Wow.
But that's what Forex has done for me. And what I'm about to, I pay myself once a month now. I used to do it every week, but I pay myself once a month. Just last night, me and my husband was looking at Rolls Royces and Sprinters. And we're looking at a new place to stay. So all I can say without giving a number.
Let me pour some water on you let me cool you down, Dr. You need to meet this woman. Go and secure your ticket at womenwhowinworldwide.com. She's going to be training you on how she was able to grow her account using the iMarkets Live tools. This woman just told you, she didn't tell you where she at, but she told you where she started from. She started with a $40 account. That's real 40, okay? That's going to be somebody's lunch today, okay? I spend some money on some food, and I don't want nobody telling me about how much I spend on my food. So somebody's going to spend that on food, okay? So I'm not saying that your story is going to be her story, but this is the environment we're inviting you in. If you're not a member yet, you need to get the link of the person who invited you to this webinar and say, look, I'm still not clear on everything, but what I am clear on is that I need to be part of this. I'm ready to go. That's what you want to tell them. They're going to give you a unique link. When you get that link, it's going to allow you to actually join us. And it takes about 5 minutes to sign up. You saw the prices, guys. We're talking about $217 to be a part of a community, a sisterhood with tools and resources that can allow you to learn how to dominate in the #1 market in the world. With that being said, those that are already a part, and some of you going to join and get your ticket for the event today, womenwhowinworldwide.com is where you need to be to secure your tickets now so you can see the how of what she's been able to do, Dr. Kathy. Dr. Kathy, you know we got to have you back on here.
Yeah.
Some women who have to get back to work, they're on their lunch break, and I know that this time was well spent. I want to say, Spila, thank you so much. You are doing an amazing job. I don't know where Worldwide would even be, or the iMarkets Live educators would even be, if it was not for your heart, your service, your love, and how genuine you do it. We're so grateful and thankful for you. TaRita, you blessed us on today. A woman as young as you are who is a widow unexpectedly. Nothing was wrong. It just happened. You talked about how you had completely just lost your identity. But now, by the grace of God, he's put you in a position to now help other women and other men around the world in memory of your husband. I'm so thankful to, obviously, God for this amazing movement and vision. I thank God for Christopher Terry and Isis De La Torre, my husband who supports me and my family, and every single one of your families that support you as well, because guess what? You now have a sisterhood and a brand new family for those of you who say yes. So with that being said, ladies, I thank you for being a part of our very first Wealthy Wednesday Conversations with Women Who Win Worldwide. Guess what? We'll be back here next Wednesday at 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time, connecting people all over the world. Women all over the world will be here. So make sure you spread the word. Make sure you get your IML gear, imlgear.com, for your Women Who Win Worldwide t-shirts. Make sure you secure your ticket for the kickoff of 2019 in an explosive way at womenwhowinworldwide.com. Spila, is there anything that I missed? Anything that we need to cover before we close out?
No, we're good. People are asking for the recording. We're going to put it in the Women Who Win Worldwide Pip Talk. So go ahead in a couple hours and it should be in there. But I also want to give it back to you, Dr. China. Thank you for everything you do. You have a very servant heart, and she's always talking about how we can help more women. So thank you for that, Dr. China.
I love you, ladies. Thank you so much. This is a wrap for our very first Women Who Win Worldwide. Let's see if we can play that song. I love that song. And take us out. Dr. Kathy, thank you again. I'm looking forward to you helping so many more women to have similar testimonies. So God bless you guys. See you later. Bye.